What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Run My Crypto. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day today, guys. We're gonna have a special video for you guys today because every time I come out here I try to give you everything I got so that you guys are not wasting your time with these videos. So welcome back to Run My Crypto. Now what we're going to get into is Jasmy, obviously, because if you guys know what a slingshot is, a slingshot pulls back and then boom, off to the races, and that's exactly what Jasmy is gearing up to do. And we're going to touch on some of the reasons why. We're also going to go through some of the positive news and some of the information that's going to push Jasmy higher and higher, man. As the news comes out, if you guys are following Hera's page or Junction's page on Twitter or X, however you want to call it, they've been coming out with some crazy new information for the project that I believe is going to take Jasmy probably most likely to $100 billion market cap by the end of this bull run. And we're going to touch on all these points, guys. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date with all the information that I have available to you as investors in Jasmy. Also, this is not financial advice. This is just some education to put you on your crypto journey path. So make sure you guys watch all the way through to the end, because in order to retain everything that's structured in this video, got to go to the end, guys. So let's get into it. Let's get into Jasmy slingshot to $100 billion market cap. So obviously Jasmy was gearing to go into that 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 cent level, but we had a pullback. And generally this happens because obviously as we're climbing up, you know, people have already pre-prepared themselves at certain areas so that you'll see these pullbacks, right? Because you know, you have investors, they got in at 0.003, maybe even 0.002. They got into Jasmy and they set a target. They set a target at, you know, potentially 4 cents, potentially 3 cents. But, you know, obviously, we study the bull run. We know how the bull run works. So we know that if we sell out, us as big, you know, big time supporting investors of Jasmy, we know that we haven't even hit the surface of where Jasmy can go. Essentially, you know, we have those who invest quite a bit of money. Obviously these are big investors, and what they do is that they've set targets to get out or exit out of Jasmy. And that's why we see these pullbacks, because big venture capital monies, they play around and they move around and they maneuver through the markets. And generally that's why we have that, you know, the point where Bitcoin hits its levels, and then, you know, they sell out and they buy up, you know, Ethereum, and then they buy up, you know, sell Ethereum and buy into altcoins and then meme coins. So I'm also going to add into this video, you know, a meme coin strategy for your exit strategies with Jasmy. So if you're a big investor in Jasmy, I would recommend considering, you know, if you are invested in Jasmy and you're invested in Jasmy big, maybe you take some of those profits. This is the big thing that I think is valuable, because if you take what you initially invested in Jasmy as your first exit point from Jasmy, you're not necessarily cashing out on everything, right? You're taking your initial investment, because say you got into Jasmy at 0.003, well, you're pretty much 5-6x from that point. So if you put in $1,000, you're at $6,000. Now if you would take out $1,000, which is your initial investment, and you put that into meme coins, because we know that there is a format, and even though it's kind of off and hit and miss this cycle, it's still going to pan out that way. So what I recommend, and this is not financial advice, this is just me saying what I recommend, is to take your initial investment out and you leave the balance in there, but make sure you set targets. It's always good to set targets on your exits. But take that initial investment and put it into meme coins, right? You could take literally $1,000, because you're playing with house money at this point anyways, right? You invested in Jasmy, we're about 5 or 6x up. You take that $1,000 out, you have $5,000 left in Jasmy, and it's going to go crazy higher. You take that $1,000 and find 2, maybe even 3, you know, you could do 369 and then pocket 100, or you could do, you know, two meme coins at 500 a piece. I recommend Turbo, Bonk, and Brett, Elon. There's a lot of good meme coins, right, that are going to go crazy this meme season, because everybody's like really into these meme coins. So this is what I did. I literally, you know, I always have to adjust my portfolio based on, you know, how I want to position myself to continue to make money in crypto. So, you know, doing that, but I don't touch Jasmy. That's the thing. I haven't touched Jasmy because I believe Jasmy is going to go crazy. But, you know, you put that into another project or two other projects, and now you have opportunity to basically make massive money off of your initial investment in your initial project. Now you got two other projects to add to your portfolio. So these are different ways and different opportunities to basically scale out how much money you can make in this bull run. Now, getting into the side of Jasmy, we're going to head over to X, because if you're not following Junction and you're not following Hera, you're really missing out on a lot of information that's coming out for Jasmy, and this information is really taking Jasmy to the next level. And this is where, you know, we're painting the picture that we can foresee how big Jasmy's going to be. It's going to be a lot bigger than you think. It's not going to be your typical project. This project is really formulating into a business that is going to drive massive money into this project. If you stay up to date with Hera's X, you'll see all the great information that's coming out. Earlier this year, they released their tokenomics. So it's good to understand where they're going in the tokenomics, or their roadmap. They released their roadmap, but they do have tokenomics in here. But anyway, so they basically uncovered you know, their partnership with Panasonic, what they're trying to develop with the company, and how data IoT utilization is going to take place. Then they talk about using AI in the PDL, which is a personal data locker, and then how to expand the blockchain PC functionality with AI. Talk about the Jasmy wallet, the lockup, and then go into carbon credit, etc. Right? So this is pretty cool. If you get on there, follow Hera, it's awesome. Now, here we go. So again, June 12th, new listing, Jasmy USDT trading pair on DOEX futures. So if we just check out this little thing right here, it says project of Tokyo-based Internet of Things provider Jasmy Corporation. So you could click on these and kind of read some documentation. They're stepping up their game when it comes to trading Jasmy, which is super cool, right? So if you don't know much about Jasmy, here's top 5 facts about Jasmy coin, and this is all to just boost your knowledge behind what this project is going to do, what this project's about. Now, going into this one, this is beautiful, because this right here, this little post gives you a display of how powerful Jasmy is gearing up to be. You have partnerships, Sony, PlayStation, Mitsubishi, Panasonic, the healthcare guys. This is huge. This is huge, because if you even compare Jasmy to something like QNT, right? QNT is sort of doing the same thing, and their blueprint essentially has partnerships like in the healthcare, in businesses and companies. But here's where Jasmy is, in my mind, leading this, because it's set up the same platform as something like Quant with healthcare. But the flip side is we have Apple, Sony, Panasonic, Mitsubishi, Sony PlayStation. Now, when I see this in front of me, I'm thinking Apple. Millions and millions of people have Apple iPhones that are IoT devices. Do you understand that? So Jasmy is an IoT data project, and if you look at what type of IoT systems we potentially have, we have every computer in a household has IoT data connectivity. So does Apple. A lot of people have Apple iPhones. How many kids have a Sony PlayStations? Guys, this should really put you in perspective 100%. When we're talking about names like Apple, Sony PlayStation, we're not even adding Panasonic, Mitsubishi, or the healthcare system. Just those two names alone, Sony PlayStation and Apple, should tell you how huge Jasmy is going to be. So just to wrap it up, Jasmy has really positioned themselves to be huge. And for you to think that we cannot gather up $100 billion market cap with the power of utilization through Apple, through Sony PlayStation, like this really connects us to global mass adoption into Jasmy as a data collective project. Now, it goes way beyond just collecting data and being able to control data. It's going into being able to transform data to an everyday user as IoT and be able to formulate some way to produce a better version of ourselves with the data. It produces better companies. It produces better throughput through businesses. It produces better efficiency through companies, because now with having a connection with PlayStation, they could literally use the data information being collected from users that are using PlayStation, Sony PlayStation, to be able to basically create a new version of how we play games for kids, etc. Because now they're collecting data, now they're getting information from kids. So I can imagine that going forward, what Jasmy would do with IoT is essentially get a lot of input and a lot of data being collected for that to sell to big businesses. Now, if you're a company and you're moving into a different wave of technology, and we're talking about Web3 technology, if you're a company, you're looking to basically build a better business. Now you have this data that all of these users are using and giving input into this data information center. Now they collect all this data or purchase all this data with Jasmy token, and now they take that data and they create something better to put on that PlayStation platform or to put on that Apple platform, and so on and so forth. So that's where we can see this growing to a massive level of adoption, because not only are big businesses going to be able to benefit from users using PlayStations or Apple iPhones or Vios computers, and they're going to benefit because they get to purchase this power of knowledge coming off of users and benefit from it. The users are going to benefit because now these big businesses are going to say, hey, here's 10,000 Jasmy tokens, and I'm just using that as an example. Here's 10,000 Jasmy tokens for all the hard work that you've been putting into by playing the specific games that we want you to play, and giving input, did you like this game, etc., etc. There's a lot of different ways this works. So now this is going to be extremely massive, and I'm starting to believe that I am wrong with this $1.50 billion market cap. I think it's going to be $2 $100 billion market cap. That's just my opinion, guys. Don't take that for anything. That is just my opinion, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Run My Crypto. I try to give you guys nothing but the best. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can slingshot with Jasmy in 2024, 2025. Let's get it, guys. Let's win it.